sadly. Let's do that. Thank you guys for joining me. This is fun. Almost at 100 followers, guys. Almost at 100. It says 87. I'm actually 5 below that because we had some chuds who stopped following me. Oh, well. Oh, yeah. We'll get there. We'll get them, madam. If anything, look at kids today. Look at kids. There are children who are part of the MAGA movement because their parents are. But if you look at the amount of kids who are openly gay, furries, LGBTQ in any way, their parents are trying so hard to support them. And if they're being shunned, and that's just one more person to add to the left. I mean, the weirdest thing about Republicans and conservatism and religious oppression is that they press people's faith down so hard, right? That they squeeze them out of that faith. Every time I see a text or a tweet that is even slightly religiously oppressive, I just type back. I'm like, hey, these are the kind of things that made me an agnostic atheist. Thank you for making more of us. Because I want people to understand what they're saying is causing people to leave them. It's so silly. And the only reason that you wouldn't leave that kind of rhetoric, right? Why you wouldn't leave and escape and run away from that is because you're part of it. You're in the club. You already know all the cool slogans and you say them the right way. So with all of those slurs, you're internalizing that hatred in yourself. Here's the thing, right? As soon as a dear friend, a loved one, right? Or someone that you assumed was on your side shows you that they are good people and they're that thing that you were told to hate, that's when the gears start to turn. That's when the thinking begins. Because it took only one conversation in a movie for me to change my tune at the age of 16 or 17, I believe. And all it was, no, I was 15. I was a conservative Catholic. I thought that people chose to be gay. But I never personally thought that you would be punished. I never thought that God would hate them for being gay. But I did think it was a choice at one point. So me and my friend watched the movie Bruno. And right after, I had said, man, why do people choose that? And my friend, who was an atheist and super liberal, was like, oh, what the fuck did you just say? And literally a single conversation of why do you think they would choose it? Don't you think that's something that you're born into? Why would they choose that? It's a good question. Why would they? They wouldn't. It's something you're born into. You're born that way, You can't choose it. Sometimes you change, right? Gender fluidity is real. But, I mean, just even that one conversation, just to accept gay people and that they were the way that God made them, right? Right? I'm trying so hard to get back into Christian lingo just so that I can prepare an argument for those who believe. I think that it's important. There's not going to be we can't stamp out religion entirely, and I don't need to be anti-theistic, but I also don't need to be a dick to them. I know that they have faith, and faith doesn't die. It literally kills people, so I'm trying just to connect on that level. That's my next step. Connecting. My rant is over. Jesus was a socialist. No, have you seen that picture? 2 Jews on a bench talking about feeding the poor and and curing the sick. And it's Jesus and Bernie in the mittens. Yes, the potato head thing. Have you guys heard about this? Apparently, the potato head is no longer Mr. Potato Head. It's just Potato Head. Welcome. They're on the verge. Ooh, Boondocks, I love this. Haven't seen that. Yeah, Potato Head. It's just Potato Head now. It's great. My kiddos have expanded my understanding even further. I fucking agree, Boondocks. It's so real. I thought I had a wide view of lifestyles and understanding of general gender and sexual identity struggles. Then my own middle child realized they were non-binary. They dropped their dead name, and out of nowhere I was in the middle of a massive fight between my splendid offspring and my hateful whatever phobic parents. It's incredible, isn't it? Isn't it incredible how quickly the older generation just super turns on your own family and loved ones? It's so sad. I think it's because they probably had to succumb to that. They found forgiveness at the end of this submissiveness when they were asking questions. Can you imagine? Can you imagine losing that battle and the entire world agrees with the winner? And you're just like, well, I shouldn't put on dresses because that's not okay. Just because I have a penis. Oh, wow. Like, what? And I mean, like, really, it's just generations of people losing that battle because there's no mass communication, there's no interconnectedness, there's no way to bridge the gap between those who have similar experiences. Now, with the advent of technology, we're able to talk more openly. We're able to get across to each other and really share those experiences. It's giving us the ability to empower each other. And that is always what I fall upon. I need to empower my bros and my sisses and my neighbors and my non-bros dudes and everyone else. Also, I'm a himbo. Kind of a thing. I've come a long way in the last few years going through this, says Boondocks, and more importantly, being beside my sweet, perfect Alex while they grow up. That's so good. I'm so happy for them. I hope that, no, that's awesome. Take your time. This is super. I feel very grateful. Yeah. Oh, let me see this. At the same time, I know you're a parent. Doesn't it boil your blood towards those parents? Few things make me as angry as parents who don't love their children. Dude, you have no idea. It makes me, it's a pitiful anger. I've never, and it's one of those things that, have you ever seen a parent fuck up right there in front of you, just with a word or a sentence, and you're just like, oh, oh, pain, oh. I feel very grateful my kids bring friends home who are dragging with shit with their own parents because they know I will just sit and listen. Not sure if that came out right. No, it came out. I understand. The thing that blows my mind so much about being a parent, right? That, like, nobody ever really conveyed to me because, one, my dad wasn't around that much, right? And two, my mom was pretty busy, single mom. You have to kind of keep it close to the chest, otherwise it becomes a mess, right? But they never told me how much I would realize how bad I was. Because I was not perfect. And my kids really did help me realize how much better I could be. And now, like, if I didn't have kids, I would not be streaming right now. It just wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't care enough. Because it's just me, I can handle whatever oppression occurs on me. If it's just me, I can handle all the bad shit. If it's just me, it doesn't matter if I'm crazy, right? Because it's just me. Who cares about me, right? You hear what that's... You see what that sounds like? That sounds like internalized fucking trauma. That's what that sounds like. That's internalized hate. That's a lack of self-esteem or worth. Yeah. That's from generations of self-judgment and doubt with a lack of compassion. Yeah. Mom, if you're listening to this, you should be loved. Stop working your ass off. You're awesome. I love you, Mom. Sorry, I had to say it all. It's something, man. It is something.